So I've got to do something very similar, so it's very easy for me because I'm going to just do a fillet of beef Wellington. Again, wrapped in mushrooms, but the mushrooms are chopped, so we call that a duxelle. Chopped very, very finely in the blender, and then onto the stove to get the water out of them. We're going to wrap them around the beef, then wrap that with Parma ham, then finally wrap it in puff pastry. So hot pan, and put your beef in and seal it. Once the beef has been sealed, we take it out of the pan and then just rub it with some really nice English mustard. As it cools down, it goes through the centre of the beef and gives it a really nice flavour. Right, Nicholas, how are we doing?
I've just wrapped the steak in, dipped it in the herbs, and then put some porcini mushrooms either side, wrapped up the parma around it, because I don't know how to wrap a steak. So what I did was I decided that I would just wrap it in foil.
Yes.
And then about halfway through the cooking process, I take the thing out of the oven, unwrap it, and it should hold itself together.
Nick, that looks like a jacket potato about to go on the fucking barbecue.
Listen, I don't care what it looks like at the moment. It's what it looks like when it comes out on the plate that's important. But that's me done there. That's me. That's me ready to go into the oven. All I've got to do now is make the little sauce that goes with it. So you don't just get the thing, you get a sauce with me.
There's a sauce as well.
Oh, yeah.
I thought while you're going to put that in the oven, you could fuck off for a shave.
By the way, what I'm doing here is using a ladle to take some of the mushrooms and the juice out, because it gets, with this porcini, you get a lot of grit in with porcini mushrooms.
Yeah, well, it depends where they're from, yes.
So the best thing to do is to do it from the top like that with a ladle, then you don't get the grit in it. Cook that up, and with a little bit of lemon, not too much though. That'll do. Let's get some, I like lots of pepper in with my stuff, so...
So it's really important to cook the mushrooms so they go really nice and dry, got a nice strong flavour in there, and it stops the pastry from going really soggy. When Nick's got that nice dark green line of herbs, we'll have a nice dark line of mushrooms around the fillet of beef.
A little bit of garlic. It looks like you've tarmacked some Parma ham.
Tarmacked.
It does, doesn't it? Look, my plasterer could finish that off nicely for you.
You're sounding like Nick the Builder now.
People think that I know about DIY because I present a DIY programme.
You do know about DIY, though?
Well, not really.
I always thought you were the most amazing handyman. No?
Yeah, but not with building. And you know, and people say things like, I get an enormous amount of satisfaction out of, like, working for 14 weeks on doing a skirt. Why? Get a hobby or a girlfriend. Don't do DIY, seriously. Save up and pay a builder.
So I'm wrapping mine now. Nick's wrapped his in tin foil, OK? I'm wrapping mine in cling film. And the idea of wrapping is to get a really nice, even shape. Look.
Hang on.
What happens?
Isn't that going to melt when you cook it?
Oh, we take the cling film off, you fucking banana.
Oh.
So we wrap it nice and tight like that. The most important thing is now that it's nice and even. So if it's wrapped evenly, it cooks evenly. You cook, OK?
Yeah.
Yes? To pull women, right?
Well, that's not only to pull... No, but...
For the main objective. On a date.
Oh, God, that's disgusting.
Hey, and you're still single.
The difficulty is, like, if you work as much as I do, and you're away as much as I do, who's going to put up with that? Really? Seriously? Who's going to... That's horrible. What am I going to do with that?
What have you put in there?
The porcini mushrooms, the juice of the porcini mushrooms, a little tiny bit of lemon juice, a glass of red wine.
Are you normally pissed when you make this dish?
Listen, it's worked before. I'll tell you what that needs, is the meat juices. You've ruined it because I've had to wait for you to cook my steak. Otherwise, by now, I'd have the steak juices to put in it to make it OK. What am I going to do with this to make this... to bring this back round again?
So, pastry on, and then egg wash it. And the egg wash obviously helps to stick the pastry together. So it's a very similar recipe to what Nick's doing, except mine's just finished, whereby it's wrapped in puff pastry and then rolled. Well, I'm ready for the oven now. Are you?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yes? So I'm just going to quickly, lightly season it. In she goes.
5.
So they're both in the oven, 20 minutes each.
Yep.
I take mine out to rest, you take yours out, and then I win.